There was one word that I wanted to hit, and that is forensic psychiatrists don't pat our evaluees on the shoulder or give them hugs when they are sad or talking about their trauma or offending, which I've got to believe is maybe one of the most gotten wrong parts of this in crime fiction. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so psychiatrists in general, we want good things for our patients, for example, or we want good things in the interest of justice for our forensic evaluees, but we're not there to comfort them physically. There would be very rarely any circumstance where a psychiatrist would be engaging in physical contact other than a handshake with a patient, or a forensic psychiatrist with an evaluee. And yes, so often I'm in a good book and I'm reading it, and then all of a sudden there's a hug or a pat. And certainly, like, I'm human. You hear a sad story, it's a human thing to think about wanting to pat someone on the shoulder or something like that, but that's a line we wouldn't cross in general. There are other movies where psychiatrists end up in romantic relationships with their patients, and those are, yeah, completely across any line that psychiatrists should
Right.
be
So
having.
I would think that in the sense that a movie or a book about a completely standard psychiatric interaction might leave something to be desired, I can imagine that's a legitimate choice as long as the writer is clear that a line has been crossed and that this is a problem. It's not just, oh, and by the way, they had this kind of professional relationship before they had the personal relationship. Do you agree with that?
So I think that as a reader who is a psychiatrist and a forensic psychiatrist, when a line needs to be crossed in fiction, I would love to see at least the person reflecting on this, like, ethically, and what was, that's not what I would normally do in that situation, or that's not the normal ethical line. At least that would tell the reader, oh, there's something going on here that's different than it should be.